Power fans, tap in, tap in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had to reset it, man. I don't know if it's the YouTube server or what, but my internet was fine on this end, man. Y'all make sure to give a like button as y'all jump on in here, man. Appreciate that like. Appreciate that like. How's the audio real quick? We live with it? Yes, sir. Let's go. Ghost was good with it, man. Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate y'all, man. Bruh, I don't know if it's this weather in Houston has been wilding, bro. So I don't know if it's messing with the Wi-Fi or not, man. But y'all keep me on point as always. I definitely appreciate it, man. I love tapping in with y'all, vibing with y'all. Happy Wednesday. You already see from the thumbnail, man. We about to chop it up about Tommy's story, man, and see if we could kind of predict what we think that story is gonna go, man. And I got a new stack, fresh new stack of vinyls I want to present to y'all, man. Y'all know we gotta talk a little bit of power and a little bit of music, man. So we gonna keep it lit, man. As always, every Wednesday, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all, man, and we'll discuss just different things regarding the power universe, music, and everything that we think matter. You feel me? For sure, man. So yeah, we got 5 people in the chat right now. If you don't mind, please give your boy a like, man. Make sure to run them likes up. No donations needed, man. We just lit, man. I'm just tapping in with y'all, man. But again, I was working on a new video for Tommy. I got a few scripts that I'm working on for a couple of these videos that I'm gonna post. And I'm just kind of wondering, man, exactly what they're gonna do with Tommy, man. Tommy's story is a little probably about the most unrealistic storyline that we got out right now. And the reason I'm saying that is because for this dude to be running the way he running in Chicago, the feds already done ID'd him. He's supposed to be dead in New York. Now we saw where they integrated Blanca into the case regarding Tommy, man. So I'm really interested to find out whether or not Tommy gets locked up, because I personally don't think Tommy is going to die. Only because they're continuing to expand the universe. Now, if they never would have dropped, this whole expansion and all we would have gotten is Raising Kanan and Origins, then I could see a scenario where they kill Tommy. But I don't think they're gonna kill him, man. I see a situation, especially with my man Davis. He's one of my favorite lawyers in the Power Universe outside of Proctor. But I was wondering, let's say Tommy does get locked up. And y'all know in the Power Universe, they always find a way to, you know what I'm saying, find a technicality for characters to get away with. But could y'all see a scenario where Tommy is locked up and then my boy Davis is the one that represents him to get him out of jail, man? And I'm with you, Ghost. We know he can't die, man. That dude is absolute bulletproof right now. I think it would probably turn off a lot of fans to an extent, man. So, but he got to get locked up though, right? I mean, there's no way he could continue to sustain running in Chicago the way he's doing or go back to New York and keep the business going. Like something major has to happen to Tommy, man. And and not necessarily a death, but I think bro get locked up, man. Let's see. He says Tommy should have been dead a long time ago. What's up, Sam? Appreciate you for tapping in, homie. He says, but they had to make his storyline unrealistic in order to get him a spinoff. Yeah, absolutely, bro. And that's why I say right now, Tommy definitely has the most unrealistic storyline in the Power universe. It would actually make more sense to bring Ghost back than for Tommy to be able to find a way to navigate law enforcement the way he has, even what they even already knowing about him, man. So I think they wrap up Tommy's story though, as a free man. And I see a scenario, man. What if they run in Tommy spinoff or a book two and Tommy, a connection type situation with Tommy locked up, man. I think that could be pretty dope as well, bro. I really do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then too, one of y'all said earlier in the first live that we was doing, I think they killed off Liliana too fast, man, for this series. So I'm cool with with Force wrapping it up. I'm just real interested to see exactly how they're gonna have Tommy navigate the situation. And I think it's only fitting for Tommy to get locked up. I was watching my man Getting It How I Live's most recent, not recent video, but he did it a few weeks back. And he talked about Tommy getting locked up and narrating origins from jail. So I think that would be really, really dope, man. Y'all let me know in the chat how y'all feeling about my man Tommy, man. Cedric say he got a lot of plot armor, so ain't nothing gonna happen to him. Let's see. Ghost says he really hope Myra stays alive. My boy already lost Keisha and Holly. If she dies, he would never love again. You know what? I think he would love again, though, man. I think it's also a part of Tommy is just the game itself, and he knows what comes with it. Now, the thing that I really necessarily didn't like, and this is what I'm not liking about a lot of the spinoffs, is that later they're just now getting to a point to where they're realizing Ghost is right. Because if you take Tommy in season 2 with his relationship with Myra, him and Myra, he's talking about getting out the game. Literally the same shit he was trying to keep Ghost from doing. He's now turned in and he's doing the same thing now that he found the love. And I don't think it's necessarily bad, but I think from a writing perspective, it's like, how do you have all of these characters do everything they can to keep Ghost in the game, only for them to get to a point to where, all right, now they want to be out the game, but Ghost had to die for them to realize that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think it's real interesting, but I think, again, Tommy is by nature a family guy. I think we've seen that, man. So I don't think whether Myra lives or dies, if they want to create another love interest for Tommy, I could still see them doing that, because Tommy is just that type of character. He's like, you know, like he's a dog in a pack, bro. And he has to be connected to people, and he has to have those bonds and those relationships. And that's one of the reasons why I really love D-Mac's character in Book 4 Force as well, man. I like D-Mac's character. I like the long lost brother subplot that they have with Tommy. So Force has a lot of potential, man. It's some of the surrounding actors I don't necessarily like in Force. I had rewatched season 2, man, and I was like, man, yo, season 2 is really a solid story. So I don't know, man. I think Force overall as a story is dope, but I do think the acting, there's a lot to be desired from some of the characters, man. Ghost says is Myra's solid. I think Holly was the one for him. She was tough. Yeah, I don't. What's good, Demarcus, man? Appreciate you for tapping back in with me, man. We had to. I guess the weather was throwing off the connection over here, y'all. But y'all keep me on point as always. I appreciate it, man. We just in here chopping it up about Tommy's story and Book 4 Force and where they're potentially gonna go, man. But Ghost, to answer your question, I do think Myra is solid, but she's also super attached to her family, bro. And you already know how a lot of cultures are. You know what I'm saying? When family wants you to move a certain way. With the death of their grandma now, Miguel, I think that dude is gonna be on the war path, bro. I really like his character. So I don't know. I think Myra essentially becomes a casualty, bro, just like all of Tommy's love interests. And the writers are consistent. And when I mean they consistent, like with the child killing a parent, they gonna definitely show you that all the time. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Ghost was directly involved to what happened to his daddy at the rate that they're going with this. And the same with Tommy and his love interest. They all have died. He has not had one that survived, bro. So I think Myra just gonna fall in that trap as well. And I think that's just part of Tommy's story, is that he can never be consumed by love, considering all the evil and hate that he's involved with, man. Demarcus Vaughn says Team Claudia, man. I like Claudia, bro. I like Claudia's story, man. I really do. And I think she's a really, to say she is not the most aggressive protagonist, I think she's a really good protagonist to Tommy, man. And I definitely think she's going to survive this season. I do not think she died by that stab wound, man. So it's gonna be real dope to see her crash out in season 3, man, and turn up, man. My man Ghost says, please, I don't want Reek skinny ass in Force. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, speaking of Force, so most recently I did see a video, and this was on Facebook, bro, but it had Tariq, it had Diana, it had Tommy. Now, I don't know if they were on set or at a Power event, But if they were on set, it's looking like Force is about to be one big ass collab, y'all. I'm telling you, man. Um, so Ghost, you might have to see Reek in Force, man. I did see that video on Facebook. Again, they didn't confirm whether they were on set or not, but y'all know Tariq, he was teasing, Tommy was teasing something in 2026. So we don't know what that is, man. I do know Joseph Sikora is doing a lot more directing, and he will be directing in season 5 of Raising Kanan. So that's gonna be real dope, man. So it's gonna be very interested to see if they're going to merge some of the characters from book 4 and book 2, man. Again, I don't think Tommy is gonna die. I think Tommy gets locked up. He does some serious time, and maybe Davis finds a way to get my man out on the technicality, man. And shout out to Davis. Outside of Proctor, I think Davis is one of the most fire attorneys that we have in the Power universe, man. 13 people in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Definitely give your boy a like, man. Definitely give your boy a like. Let's see. My boy B-Ball County says Tommy finna croak, man. I don't think so. He got too much plot armor, bruh. And then also, y'all got to also keep in mind as well, if they're gonna expand this universe, bro, they can't keep killing off too many characters, man. So I don't think Tommy's gonna die, man. I really don't. I don't think Tommy gonna die, y'all. Kane versus Jannar, and don't tell me MF and Kane. Dude, if you think I'm gonna choose Kane over a cokehead, bro. Now, don't get me wrong. Jannard is an MMA fighter, and I guess on that technicality, we gotta go with Jannard. But I don't know, bro. Kane got a viciousness to him, bro. Like Jannard will have to kill Kane, bro. They saying Kane over Jannard all day, DeMarcus. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I think, bro. Again, I know Jannard is an MMA fighter. You feel what I'm saying? So by technicality, he should be able to beat Kane if we looking at it from that aspect. But I don't know, just from what I seen on screen, man, I like Kane's energy, bro. He's you got to kill a dude like Kane, bro. You got to kill a dude like Kane. DeMarcus says it's time for D-Mac to turn up the season. It would be interesting if Shiny manipulated kidnapped D-Mac. Man, I really love D-Mac's storyline and how they merged it with Tommy. He gets almost like another Tariq. I think that was really cool. Again, I really like the family dynamic they incorporated to Tommy's story with this Force spinoff, man. So I really like D-Mac. I like his brilliance. I like that he's almost like a wizard with the numbers, man. So it's gonna be good to see. We could tell that he's definitely ready to turn up and crash because all he been begging Tommy to do is be in the streets. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I think they're gonna like kind of speed rush and really turns season 3 up in Force, man. So we're gonna see DeMarcus say Kane over Jannard. Coach Dre, what's good with you, homie? Appreciate you for tapping in. He says, I think they have to bring Power Book 2 and 4 together to save money, give more solid characters that we're familiar with. Definitely, bro. And like I said, I was referencing a Facebook reel that I saw, and it had Diana, Tariq, Tommy, all these boys, man, they were all in the same area. Now, again, I don't know if they were on set or if that was just some type of venue, but it's looking like they are definitely about to turn up, man. Celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Miss Cheryl. Hey, y'all give some hearts, man, for Miss Cheryl. Happy birthday. Another trip around the sun. It's a blessing to be alive. She got her Cash App in the chat, man. If y'all want to give some good birthday energy to Miss Cheryl, y'all chunk her a dime or two in the Cash App, man. Miss Cheryl, happy birthday, one of my day ones. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have plenty of fun. Don't turn up too much now. It's still Wednesday. We still got to get to the money, all right? But happy birthday to you, Miss Cheryl. Happy birthday for sure, for sure. DeMarcus, remember Kane was a cage fighter too. Hey, Doug, you got a good point, and especially how he handles Zion, bro. So again, bro, I think we cannot sleep on Kane, man. I think Kane is a underrated fighter. I definitely hope they spin the block back on book 2 and kind of do a hybrid situation with Force. Kane was such a good character. He was very emotional at times, and I understand why maybe some people thought, Kane did a little bit too much, but Kane reminds me a lot of Tommy to an extent, man. Like they down to catch a body, but they love family. And they mad loyal, man. They mad loyal, man. So I feel like Kane is almost like a parallel or alternate version of Tommy to an extent, man. Definitely, man. Ghost says, we both know Kane would never beat Zion. The show did too much with his character. They gave him superpowers. Yeah, they did. They did give him superpowers. But if we gonna say who versus who, and we gonna make a righteous choice on who would win, we could only go on what they giving us on screen. And so, yeah, Superman came, bro. That bro went in and like dominated Zion, which was crazy, bro. I cannot believe they did that, man. I cannot believe they did that. Though I say, yeah, facts to Black Tommy. Yeah, bro, Kane and Tommy are very, very similar. And I have a very interesting again, I probably have about 8 or 9 scripts that I'm working on, man. And I'll have a video dropping with one of them this week, man. But the thing about the Power Universe, man, is so vast in the sense of it's a number of different ways that these storylines can go if they don't kill these people off, man. And I feel like personally, between Tommy, Two Bit, you got Tariq, you got Kane, even Drew's character, man. Drew Tejada, shout out to Drew, man. He was a dope character. Diana, she was hit or miss at times. I hate they didn't keep Diana pregnant though. I think for the sake of universe expansion, Diana being pregnant would have went crazy, man. Seeing young Tariq have to navigate having a son, that would have been wild, man. But DeMarcus say the Kane hate is real. I don't know why people hate Kane. I like Kane, bro. Like my man Doug said, he's literally the black version of Tommy, man. They are literally like the same character, man, as far as their loyalty, their energy, how they move, bro. And they don't really fold on their people, bro. Kane ain't fold, man. Cheryl says the Dahlia storyline was trash. What didn't you like about it? Now, I do agree, them coming up with this like superhero drug was kind of it was a little bit far-fetched, but I also have to keep reminding myself, y'all, they are treating this Power series almost like a comic book series for drug dealers. So it's gonna be a lot of over-exaggerated shit, like shit that just doesn't really make sense in the real world. However, I thought the Dahlia storyline had potential if they would have found a way to get Dahlia to New York with Tariq and mix it with that story. I thought it would have been dope then, but they just kind of let it die out. Like, the girl who did the recipe, she got smoked out, so it just kind of went away. But I thought if they would have found a way to bring this superpowered drug to New York, oh man, that would have made for a hell of a story. In that New York setting, man. I think Dahlia would have fit perfectly in a city like New York. So, Miss Cheryl, what didn't you like about the Dahlia storyline? Because I thought it was solid. I thought the Dahlia storyline had a lot of potential if they would have made it find a way to get it to New York. Cedric says, yeah, that Dahlia storyline had disappointing ending. Again, that's what I'm saying. It just, I think they didn't know where to go with it, man. And they didn't have a way of, again, my thing was if they would have found a way to make Tommy the plug some way and him supplying Tariq with Dahlia in New York and Stansfield, oh my God, bro, that it would have turned up like crazy, man. DeMarcus says Dahlia would have been perfect in Power Book 2 Ghost. Totally agree, bro. It felt like that perfect new modern drug that the Power writers were trying to create. So let's see. Cheryl says they let it die out after hyping it up all season. Okay, so everybody has an issue with the Dahlia storyline, not the Dahlia. I mean, not the. Everybody got an issue with the ending of the storyline, not Dahlia itself. Bet. Okay, I get where y'all going with it for sure, but I definitely felt like they should have. They definitely should have carried Dahlia over into book 2, man, and maybe had Tommy playing as the plug, man. So yeah, shout out, man. That was dope, bro. Again, I think between book 2 and only thing I've seen that they wasted so far with Force is the Dahlia storyline. Now we got to give Force credit, man. And shout out to them for tying Julio, bro, to Miguel's cartel and organization, man. I think that was a very, very good touch. for them to kind of keep Julio's name alive in the Power universe while still having somebody in New York that was connected to the Chicago people that knew about Tommy, man. So I shout out to the writers for doing that, man, because Julio was definitely a beloved character. And it sucked. I think they knew they killed Julio off too soon. So shout out to Sasha Penn and the writers in Book 4 Force who tied Julio into Miguel's cartel, man. I think that was dope. DeMarcus says, I always thought Claudia would have supplied Tariq and Braden with Dahlia. Yeah, but in order to do that, how would Tommy not be involved in that, DeMarcus? Unless you thought Tommy and Claudia was going to end up doing business together, which I kind of hated that they didn't do it, man. I think Tommy and Claudia, even though they never would have really fully trusted each other, I think they were. I think they would have been a hell of a duo, bro. I think they would have been a hell of a duo, man. Tommy and Claudia could have really turned some shit up, bro. Coach says that Dahlia recipe link online lower the market value. I agree, it was wasted. Yeah, like I say, I think they had a good plan for Dahlia. And again, something happened between book 2 and book 4 Force. And I think again, man, between that writer strike, I think it really affected a lot of the content that Stars was able to get us, man. I think the writers had some other things in store. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they had a very good idea and good direction, man. And due to the strike and COVID and all that, I think it breeded a lot of inconsistencies, guys. Go says, I don't know Chicago, but I think the problem with this show is it was too easy for Tommy to be on top in the city just like that. No gang wars. Absolute facts, bro. Absolute facts. Now, I think the way they could have made that more believable. So if I would have rewrote Tommy actually being able to have a successful rise in a new city, they should have had it to where Tommy's brother was in the game in Chicago and he linked up with him. The fact that Tommy was just able to join, this major gang in Chicago with no issue only because, I guess he was a plug. And, at the end of the day, dollars speak, bro. So I think that's maybe what they were trying to insinuate, that because Tommy had this amazing product by way of the Flynn's, it only made sense for CBI to do business with him from a money standpoint, even though they really didn't know the dude. We know it's not realistic, but from a story sense, I can see how they did that. But I think, again, if they wanted to accelerate Tommy's rise and make it more believable, I think they should have had it to where JP was involved in the dope game in Chicago, and then he found out that his half brother was one of the biggest drug dealers in Chicago, and then they end up doing business together. I think that could have, made it a little better there. So let's see. DeMarcus says Liliana was the reason why JP was kidnapped. Yeah, but what's she the reason? I got to go back to season 1 and check that out. I don't remember her being a reason to that. Go says, imagine Lou using Dahlia Frank all the day. Let's see. DeMarcus says, I could not stand the Liliana character. Why you didn't like Liliana, bro? She was an OG power character, man. She was an OG character. I think it was a very good touch for them to tie in an OG character to a new story, man. Cheryl says, I hope Tommy ends up in jail, not taken out. Maybe he can narrate origins about his backstory from jail. Cheryl, very, very, very good theory, man. And again, I seen Getting It How I Live. He did a video theorizing that as well. And I think that makes more sense, y'all. I think right now it's just Tommy's story is too superhero-ish, man. Like, he's able to be a successful drug dealer while also faking his death. The feds in Chicago know about him. And now they got Blanca on his head now, because remember at the end of season 2, they looped in Blanca to get help to maybe to tie Tommy up, man, and get him locked up, man. So I think personally, I don't think Tommy is going to die, but I definitely see Bruh getting locked up, man, just for the sake of, they got to keep the situation realistic, man. I think Tommy getting out of this and going into another spinoff with no issues, It's just a little bit of overkill, for my in my opinion. I think I think the theory of Tommy getting locked up and narrating origins from prison, I think that would be a dope touch. And then let my man Davis find a way to get Tommy out of jail to create another spinoff from that. That would be fire. I think that would be dope. I think that would be dope. Coach says, yeah, T. Sanders, that would have been fire if they made JP more in the streets or a gang leader to where Tommy would have had an army. Definitely, bro. That's why I say, like, I think it would have made more sense for Tommy to take over in Chicago, already having a direct connect in the city. Just him, being able to work with Diamond, and then Diamond and his brother have a huge fallout. Um, it was an accelerated storyline. I think that type of storyline would make sense if you kind of drag out that breakup over 2 to 3 seasons. They kind of rushed through Diamond and Jannard's relationship. Like, we were introduced to him, we didn't get enough brotherly bond with them. I think it would have been dope to see them actually having a good relationship before their relationship went south. Like, all of they shit went bad within the course of like 5 to 6 episodes, man. So as yeah, man, I think they could have went a little bit different about that those storylines there. Ghost says, I'm not racist, but let's be honest. Shanti is right. No New York white boy can come and run CBI like that. What the fuck? Ghost, from a realistic standpoint, you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. And that's why I say Tommy's story, it reminds me of, like, it's like a comic, we watching like a comic book version of a drug dealer story. And it's hella over exaggerated. Tommy is an OP'd character. He's damn near untouchable. We saw the boy get shot and get stitched up damn near the same episode. Walked away, went home, didn't have to go to the hospital. So Tommy, man, Tommy's plot armor is mad thick. I thought Marvin and Raising Canaan had some thick plot armor. My man Tommy got some serious plot armor, man. So again, I think they gotta have something happen to Tommy. I don't necessarily want to see him die, because I do want to see them be able to expand the universe. But they gotta have Tommy take a L at some point, man. At some point. Demarcus says, I hope we see Gianna this season with Diamond. Uh, that's gonna be interesting if they reveal that. Let's see. Just Tokyo, appreciate you for tapping in. Finally, someone is saying that Tommy's character is way too unrealistic. I don't think Buddy has ever gotten his ass whipped. Nah, man. Tommy, like I say, y'all, Tommy is he a superhero, y'all, and it's the same with some of the characters in book two. I think Kane kind of turned into a unbeatable character. We know Tommy is an unbeatable character. Tariq and Braden became goddamn like fucking marksmen and gunsmiths, overnight. 1 minute, Braden could barely shoot the gun at somebody. Next minute, he got his Call of Duty shit on. They shooting MP5s at a goddamn warehouse. So again, I try not to take this show too serious, because they add the word, power universe to the story. This shit is like one big comic book universe to me. So I do expect them to over exaggerate some of the storylines and the characters' ability to navigate law enforcement, win every fight, survive, the most deadliest shootout. So again, if you try not to take the show too serious, you could definitely enjoy what the writers are giving us. But if you're looking at it from a realistic perspective, you might hate some of these storylines, man. For sure, for sure. JP is just like Keisha, always complaining. Yeah, it goes. I really wish they would have made JP what Diamond is. Like, whether it's the same actor or a different actor. I just think Tommy's brother being in the game, and then Tommy working with his brother in Chicago, that would have been a much more fire storyline. JP, man, he a little soft around the edges, man. Yeah, y'all know JP. He a little soft, man. So it is what it is with JP. Demarcus says, I think Stacey Marks will help get Claudia out that prison with the Lisa help. So how old is Elisa Marie right now? So because she y'all think she'd be out of law school by now where she could get somebody? How old how old is Elisa Marie's character, y'all. Have they confirmed that? So Demarcus, I don't know if you're talking about Elisa Marie, Proctor's daughter, because I've been seeing theories about her popping up, but unless she was older than what she appeared to be, I can't see how she would already be done with law school at this point. Hell, Tariq not even done with college yet, right? Like Tariq graduated? Like, there's so many storylines that they done kind of let fall off, man. We got 22 people in the chat. If you don't mind, give your boy a like. I would truly appreciate that. Run these numbers up. Get your boy in that algorithm, man. Y'all know we doing our weekly conversation, and we just discussing book 4, Tommy being a goddamn unbreakable character, and how they might tie in this expanding universe, guys. So yeah, y'all definitely hit that like button. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all for tapping in with me, man. Let's see. Ghost says, I hope they don't waste King Kilo's character. Man, they known for wasting characters, guys. You know they known for wasting these characters, man. So I'm never surprised when characters are built up and immediately taken out anymore. You just got to enjoy it for what it is, man. Cedric says, I want to see a Kane spinoff. Man, I could see that, Ced. I could see that. But would it just be with Kane and no connecting power characters? I would like to see Kane and Tommy on screen together, man. I think that would be real dope, bro. I think Kane and Tommy together would be really, really good. It would be funny. The jokes would be flying off. The intensity would be there. I think it'd be really dope, man. I do. DeMarcus says Marshall got to catch a body this season. I think he is, man. Marshall and D-Mac, again, I like those characters. I think the least favorite character of mine in Force is Diamond. And I don't know if it's the actor playing Diamond or how they wrote Diamond, but I do not like any of the delivery that we get from Diamond. Even when he was angry, man, like, I don't know, man. Diamond, he's just not doing it for me, man. He's not doing it. How y'all feel about the character Diamond? Is the guy playing Diamond a good actor? Or do y'all enjoy the character, man? Diamond is one of my least favorite characters in Force, man. Let's see. James Woodard, appreciate you for tapping in, homie. He says, even Ghost spent half the season in prison. Like, come on. Exactly, bro. Like I say, bro, they get the writers, I say between book 4 and book 2, the writers have gotten real lazy. And why in the hell they never merged 2-Bit and Tommy together? I still don't understand that. Like, again, it was a good touch to bring Liliana, but I think at some point 2-Bit and Tommy should have been working together, man. Okay, Cedric says she's 19. How do y'all know she's 19? Elisa can't be older than 18. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I don't know how y'all got Elisa Marie coming out to help somebody as an attorney unless they gonna, unless they're gonna do a time jump with her age, man. Let's see. Denarius Holmes, appreciate you for tapping in, homie. Y'all get them likes up for me, man. We got 23 people in the chat. He says it would have been better if Tommy went to LA. Yeah, I think the scene would have been liver in LA. But again, I think Force is solid. I like the Chicago storyline. I just don't like the supporting actors around Joseph Sikora in this one, man. Like, he's carrying this show right now on his back, man. It really depends on the writing, whether I think Force ends up a great series or an average or below average series. Cheryl says Elisa can be no older than AT. DeMarcus, Elisa's Claudia girlfriend, not Elisa Marie. Okay, gotcha. My bad, bro. My bad. So yeah, I got the two mixed up. All right, good catch. Good catch, DeMarcus. She turned 19 this month in real life. Okay, so like I said, if they do incorporate Elisa Marie into Tommy's story, which would be dope, they would have to do a time jump with the character that we got on Power for sure. Coach Dress says, I wonder if we will ever get to meet or see D-Mac's mother. Man, that's gonna be real interesting, man. You know what? I don't think, because we know this is the last season, I find it hard to believe that they would incorporate screen time for that. Only because whenever you start doing that, you're adding layers to characters that you plan on keeping throughout the series. And because this is the season, I'm assuming, y'all correct me, but this is going to be the final season for Force. I don't think it makes sense to explore that. I think if they were gonna go 4 or 5 seasons, then yeah, it would have been real dope to get, 1 or 2 episodes explaining D-Max and his father's and his mother's backstory, and how that relationship brought D-Mac to where he is in the current timeline. So yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do that one, man. Go says, I hope D-Mac slaps Tariq skinny ass. Man, hey, D-Mac can put them paws on Tariq. We already know Tariq is only good with a gun in his hand. That's it, man. Okay, Cheryl says, wait now, I love me some Diamond. Okay, we got a Diamond. We got a Diamond fan. Hey, I don't know. He don't do it for me, man. Diamond is actually my least favorite character on that show. Um, Daenerys Holmes says they messed up when they killed off Liliana, in my opinion. She was an OG character. Yeah, I definitely agree, Daenerys. Again, I don't mind characters dying off, but for the sake of if you want to give the series an opportunity to really marinate with the fans, I think you got to keep certain characters alive at least 2 seasons, right? Killing popular characters off. Like she became mad popular within like her first 2 episodes. Like everybody was like so lit that somebody connected to Ghost and Tommy was actually back into the back into the story. So again, I think they should at least, if they were going to do it, maybe take her out season 2 or season 3. But I think them killing her in season 1 was just it was so unnecessary, man. It was so unnecessary. Let's say the realist says, I tried to like Force, but I couldn't. Poor casting. The realist, man, hey, I feel what you're saying, man. So look, the guy, Tommy Flanagan, that the guy that plays Papa Flynn, I think he's dope. I like Claudia's character. I like the girl that played Claudia. Vic, I don't like Vic's character. I don't know if it's the writing or the actor, but I do not like Vic's character. Tommy, of course, is carrying it. JP, I think the actor is good. I just hate how soft they wrote his character. D-Mac, I like D-Mac's writing, the writing of D-Mac, and I like the portrayal by the actor of D-Mac. Who else? Diamond, I don't like Diamond. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's the writing. I don't know if it's the actor, but I'm not really sold on Diamond. Jannard, I actually like Jannard's character, man. I think Jannard is hilarious at times, bro. Motherfucking Tommy, man. Like, I like how annoyed he is with Tommy. So shout out to Jannard, man. I think they did really dope. Just making him this character who just actually hates Tommy's guts, bro. I think that's dope, bro. A ghost says it's the first time I see a whole show in Chicago without winter. Hey, summertime in Chicago, man. Summertime in Chicago. But I thought they started it off in winter, bro. Wasn't it cold in the episode 1 when Tommy first when he first drove to Chicago? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. Let me catch up to some of y'all comments, man. Um, Coach Dredd says Lisa Marie is only like 2 or 3 years younger to Tariq. Remember, he is in a mob family, so I can see her growing up quicker than normal. Now, I could definitely see her growing up, but I think somebody had made mention, or maybe I misunderstood. Elisa Marie represents somebody as a lawyer, in her father's footsteps. And I don't think, unless they do a time jump, there's no way she would be done with law school at this point to be able to practice any kind of law. I think it'd be dope to see her as an intern with a law firm or some shit like that, like while she's in college, if they want to loop her in, sooner rather than later. Um, Ghost says Diamond can beat adult Kane in 1v1. Diamond is a big ass dude. I'll agree. Diamond, that's a big dude, but he ain't that fast though, man. So I don't know. He looked like he mad strong, but I don't know if I'll take Diamond over. If we talking to Kanan from the OG series, I don't know, bro. That Kanan was a savage, man. Cedric says Diamond is cool. I think JP is the expendable character. Oh, he's definitely expendable. Okay, so that's dope. Y'all actually like Diamond. Y'all like Diamond. Maybe I just got okay. Maybe y'all gonna help me look at Diamond in a different perspective. But I could tell y'all initially, Diamond was probably one of my least favorite characters in Force. James Woodard says It's the acting a bit from Diamond. It's not commanding enough. James Woodard, I think that's the best way to explain what I don't like about my man Diamond. Hey, good. Hey, James would appreciate that insight, bro. And again, it's just some of the acting with a couple of the characters, y'all. I don't know, man. I don't know. So the realist 811, appreciate you for tapping in. I do see where you're coming from when you talk about the casting. It is a little bit of it's a bit up and down for me, guys. The forced casting. James Woodard says Force got way better season 2. Thank you, Gary Lennon. Absolutely. I'm actually rewatching season 2, and I just realized how much I'm actually enjoying season 2, man, for sure. Daenerys says they messed up when they killed off Liliana. Yeah, we got that. Let's see. Hezekiah, appreciate you for tapping in, man. Y'all definitely make sure y'all hit that like button one time. Let's see. Coach says I could see the Power spinoff shows inside of jail, kind of like the classic Oz show. Yeah, but would you want the whole show inside of jail, or maybe kind of like half and half? And I think somebody earlier mentioned in the comments, I can see where Force in book 2 kind of does a hybrid, and maybe Tommy's in jail, Tariq's out, and it's Davis representing my man Tommy. So that's the theory I'm going with, man. Peachy Dean says, who needed a belt more, D-Mac, Tariq, or Kanan? Oh, man, that is a good one. All three of them little niggas don't listen, right? They are. But I would say the least of them. Here's the thing. The one who is really justified being in the street is D-Mac. Y'all got to realize he didn't have his daddy and he didn't have his mama. So D-Mac, from a realistic point of view, has every reason in the world to be banging, to be drilling, and doing whatever he's doing because, he's an anger deprived kid. So D-Mac is justified. Now, between Kanan and Tariq, both them niggas, man, you know what? Both them need their ass whooped, bro, because both their parents tried to keep them out the game, put them in the best schools, put them in the best programs. They had the brilliance. So Kanan and Tariq is 1A and 1B, but D-Mac, nah, man. D-Mac had a legitimate reason of being in the streets, man. Facts. So Peachy Dean, good question on that one. Very good question. DeMarcus says the actress who played Liliana wanted to be taken out because she didn't want to do sex scenes. Man, that's really messed up if that's the case, man. Because honestly, I think a lot of the sex scenes are like unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, it'd be good. Somebody you'd be like, man, her body banging, but outside of that, a lot of the sex scenes it's unnecessary. I'm not a big fan in sex scenes for TV and film because it really does nothing for the story unless somebody about to get killed while they knee deep in some. You feel what I'm saying? So, that would suck though, DeMarcus. I don't know if that's if you got that 100% confirmed, but if that is 100% factual, I think that's whack. That she had to get killed off because they wanted her to do sex scenes. Coach Dredd says they did show us Effie's mom in just one episode, but I feel you. Yeah, that's why I say, like, again, they could touch on it, but I think whenever they bring in those characters, it should add layers, not just bring them in, we never see him again, and that's the end of that story. I think they gave us Effie's mom just so they could find a reason to justify not really tying up Effie's story because there's so much left unsaid about Effie. We don't know who her original plug is. You remember she texting somebody that the competition is out to. Who was that text to? Like, they dropped the ball with Effie so bad, bro. Effie and Tariq should have been ops, bro. Effie and Tariq never should have been a dating couple. I think that was the dumbest thing they wrote in that. It never made sense. Again, just another one of book 2's fumbles, I like to say. You feel me? B. Amos, Jannard is dope. Yeah, again, I like Jannard, y'all. Jannard is a funny ass character to me, man. He's definitely a funny character. Ghost says Vic versus Dre. Who y'all got? This a tough one. Vic not no punk. No, Vic is not no punk. But nigga, Dre will stab you, shoot you, fight you. Nigga, nah, bro. Dre, I'm taking Dre over Vic all day, every day, twice on Sunday, man. James Woodard says, Power only show not to have jackets on in the season. Only Power to not have jackets on in the season. Exactly. And they in Chicago, man. Hey, again, I think it's just we're gonna see a lot of inconsistencies, man. I don't know how I really my expectations for Force, they not high, they not low. It's just I just can't wait to see how they're gonna end the storyline. But it's a lot of inconsistencies, y'all. It's a lot of inconsistencies. DeMarcus says, how you like Bobby DeFranco character with Stacey Marks? I like the police and Force. Now, Stacey Marks, sometimes the actress, she's a hit or miss for me. But from a story perspective, I do like the feds in Chicago. And I think I'm going to like them even better now that Blanca is going to be back in the picture, as we seen from the end of season 2. Let's see. Peachy Dean says, Dre. Yeah, I'm definitely taking Dre, man. Definitely taking Dre. Oh, Bill, new to the channel. What we talking about? What's good? Would you appreciate you for tapping in? We talking about Tommy's story, man. Whether Tommy lives or if he gets locked up, and whether or not they're gonna merge Book 2, Ghost, and Force together, man. Again, I do see them merging the two shows together. I made a reference earlier to a Facebook Live post that I seen with Michael Rainey. It had Michael Rainey, Tommy, the girl that plays Diana. They was all in the same situation, man. And Tommy was teasing something for 2026, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see if they do a merge. I'm actually expecting Book 2 and Book 4 to do a merge, man. We gonna see. DeMarcus says, I would love for Rashad Tate to come to Force. Yeah, yo, again, I say they get rid of Force, they get rid of Book 2, and just give us a new book with the characters all tied in. I don't want Jannar to die. I don't want Tommy to die. Everybody else in Force. Oh, and D-Mac. Tommy, Jannar, D-Mac. I think those would be some dope characters to keep alive. Everybody else, I think, is expendable. For Book 2, of course, Tariq, you got Braden, you got Kane. I hope they bring Drew back. Diana, again, I think it would have been dope if she would have carried Tariq's baby, but man, her losing that baby the way she did in the final season of Book 2, that really sucked. But yeah, man, I hope they do a merge, y'all. I definitely hope they do a merge. And I would love, hey, Bill, that's why I want them to keep Tommy nephew, bro. Tariq, Tommy's nephew and Tommy all kind of working in cahoots. I think that would be fire, bro. I think that would be fire. James Woodard says, give us influence. We need that political power angle. Rashad Tate too good. Absolutely, bro. We need influence, man. But I'm one of those fans, though, I must say. I wanted power influence with Ghost on that, man, as lieutenant governor, bro. I think we were robbed of a hell of a storyline due to some relationships not working out in the power universe with Courtney Kemp, 50, and Amari Hardwick. But hey, even without Amari Hardwick, Rashad Tate, my man Lorenz Tate can definitely carry a show. And I would definitely love to see that influence spinoff. And I think they can do influence with almost like The Wire. Give us the politics and the street version, man. So you got Rashad Tate doing this thing. Then you got maybe Tariq still in the streets doing this thing. And then Tommy locked up trying to get out, all maybe while using the influences of the Tates and the my man Davis McLean that maybe helped get him out. So I think they got a lot of opportunity that they can do with merging book 4 and Book 2. What y'all think about that, man? I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. Should they merge Book 2 and Book 4, man? Let's see. Bernard, appreciate you for tapping in all the way from Croatia, man. One of my day ones. Happy Wednesday to you, man. Let's see. We're gonna put the poll in the chat real quick here. I'm gonna start this poll one time. Merge Book 2 and Book 4. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in this morning with me, man. Always, always, always. So my man Demarcus, here, let me catch up to some of the comments, guys. Um, Coach Dre said, who was the most wasted character? Dre, Julio, Rolla, Mecca, or other? Man, that's a good one, bro. I would have to rank them. I would have to rank them. I would start by saying I'm gonna go Dre number one. Dre number one. Cause I would have liked to seen Dre become Ghost 2.0. Like if you were gonna kill Ghost and have somebody replace him, because Tariq is not it, right? I think we could all agree Tariq is not it. So if you're gonna have somebody replace Ghost, somebody is savage and savvy, smart, got the charisma. Him and Ghost had a relationship before he turned snitch. I think Dre by far is my number one wasted character. My second wasted character, I would probably have to go with Julio because I think Julio would have altered Ghost's storyline. But Julio being dead, it's almost like it had to happen that way because if Julio was alive, I think Julio would have did everything he could in his power to protect Ghost because of their relationship. So Dre and Julio are my top two. Then I'm gonna go with Mecca. I think Mecca was a wasted character. I also have to say, and Demarcus, thanks for mentioning it, Benny, the mob boss. I mean, that dude died so damn easy, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, and that's the thing. They'll do that, man. They'll give us these amazing villains or these amazing antagonists only for them to die in like 2 episodes. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Man, y'all tapped in this morning. Happy Wednesday to everybody, man. Truly appreciate everybody for tapping in. If you can, we got 23 people in the chat. Give your boy a like, man. Y'all know we're going to keep the lives going every week, man, with different discussions, discussing all things power, man. I told y'all I got some vinyls I gotta share with y'all, man. I don't know if y'all rock with Freddie Gibbs or not, but you only die once, man. Wait, you only die, yeah, you only live twice. Hell of a vinyl, man. One of my favorite rap albums, man. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, them people in Indiana. Speaking of Freddie Gibbs, the boys in Force, man. So hopefully we do see my boy Freddie Gibbs in season 3 of Force, man. In season 3. Obi was definitely a G, man. Let's see. Let me catch up to y'all comments. My man Bernard was good with you, man, all the way from Croatia. He says, I can't wait for fucking Force. Yes, sir, man. We still a few months away from Force, man. But I hopefully it's gonna be worth the wait. Hopefully they give us something to really look forward to in regards to the Power Universe, man. So I'm definitely with you on that. Old Bill says, I killed my own father. Yeah, that blew minds. Bernard Perkovich said, hi, Cheryl. Let's see. Jules, appreciate you for tapping in. Tariq way fire than Dre. Yeah, you think so? You like Tariq better than Dre. Interesting. I think if they would have wrote Dre as a successor to Ghost, nah, man. I think I'm taking Dre over Tariq, y'all. Who y'all got as a better Ghost 2.0? We're gonna go with Dre or Tariq. I gotta put it in the chat now, man. I gotta put it in the chat, man. I gotta put it in the chat. Who would have made a better Ghost 2.0? We seen Tariq, but do y'all think Dre would have made a better version or been a better successor to my man Ghost? DeMarcus says Don Carter should have been enforced. Oh yeah, you're talking about Detective Carter, DeMarcus? If that's what you're talking about, definitely, yeah, for sure. Yeah, bro. Shout out to Julio. RIP, man. RIP Julio, bro. That dude went out of all characters who died, bro. Julio went out the hardest, bro. Literally took all three of them niggas down, bro. And he only died because he got too cocky and celebrated before he killed everybody. They sliced his Achilles and it was over, bro. But shout out to my man Julio, man. He died. He died a tragic one, man. But he went out like a G, bro. Julio went out like a G. James Wood says the weakest kill in power history, Benny. Absolutely, bro. That was just such a wasted character, man. Such a wasted character. Let's see. Bernard, my man Bernard says Benny was supposed to be some huge boss, and he died easy as fuck. Not saying Tommy is weak or something, but that didn't sit well with me. Yeah, but I just think that's just the Tommy is just a superhero drug dealer in this universe, and he just happened to they wrote it to where he killed Benny. I think that issue between Tommy and the Italians died way too fast. I think Benny living would have made for real good drama in Tommy's storyline. So again, just another character, guys, that I think that the writers for whatever reason just dropped the ball, man. They dropped the ball. Coach says my top three is Dre, Mecca, and Zion. Zion is definitely a wasted one as well. For sure. For sure. I definitely agree, Coach. Hezekiah says, do you think Detective Carter is going to get released from prison in the new spinoff with the time jump they should have? Yeah, bro. Again, in Power, they're gonna always if it's not by him just naturally coming out through a release, I could see them finding a way for him to beat for them to beat cases on technicalities. And same with Tommy. I want Tommy to get locked up, but let him do some real time. Like, let the storyline show Tommy in prison for like damn near 6 to 7 episodes. And then maybe in the following season, he finds a way to get out. I think them having a scene in jail can make for lit TV, man. For sure. Jules says, only right for Alyssa Marie to kill Tommy after he teaches her the game. Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. I think that would be a very poetic ending. I got a question, though, for you, Jules. How would Marie get into the game, though? Like, how do you see them? How would they write in a scenario where Tommy is teaching Elisa Marie the dope game? I like where you headed with it, but I would be interested to see how that link up would take place. That'd be a very interesting storyline. DeMarcus says Elisa Marie, Aunt Dolores, and Carlos Sevilla would be in season and see in this season of Force. Yo, DeMarcus, if that is true, that's gonna be lit, bro. That is gonna be lit because that storyline is wide open. Like Tommy did a lot of dirt. That man done killed Proctor. He killed Benny. Man, Tommy got to pay for that, right? I would think so. So, hey, DeMarcus, we going to see, bro. Hey, let me know if you got official confirmation on that. Throw in the chat if you know that has been confirmed. Bernard says, what you think about Elisa Marie? What happens with that story? Do they just forget it, or what caused her and Tommy should be good, but she know Tariq is a snake and it's his fault? Yeah, Bernard, I would like to see them bring that story back into the fold. I don't know how they do it because, again, I don't see how Tommy is able to get involved with another group of ops, considering that the feds are on him. He's supposed to be dead, and in this modern world we live in, Tommy would have been in jail. He wouldn't have made it out of the original Power series of Free Man. So I would like to see them write that in. I would have to really give some thought and different ways they could link in Elisa Marie's character. And I think, guys, you all just gave me another video idea to maybe kind of find a way they could tie in Elisa Marie, perhaps being taught by Tommy, only to take Tommy out. Or maybe, man, I don't know, man, but I just think it's a lot of potential with the Elisa Marie character and Tommy and Tariq's overall arc. DeMarcus says, could y'all see Twista being enforced? You talking about Twista the rapper? Yeah, I could see it. They like to give artists opportunity, but yeah, I could see it. Being from Chicago, Twista is definitely a hip hop legend from the Midwest, out of from Chicago. So that would be interesting to see, DeMarcus. Jules says she's in the mob with Benny family. They relocate in LA where Tommy was heading. Okay, but are they in the drug game? Because you made mention about Tommy uh, teaching her the game. So, do you think that the mob gets involved with the drug scene in L.A. and that somehow links Tommy. But I like where you're going with it, Jules. I really do. I think if Tommy is going to have an ending and if Tommy is going to die and you want to be able to kill Tommy off without having an uproar from the fans, having a character like Elisa Marie take him out would just be an absolute full circle story, man. So y'all definitely get them likes up, man. We got 21 people in the chat, man. Smash, crash on that like button, man. Y'all already know what it is. Appreciate y'all for tapping in on this Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to everybody, man. I hope everybody's having a good day, good week so far, man. I hope everybody mental is in a good place, man. We gonna keep these lives going, man, weekly. Y'all already know what it is. Ghost says, Reek dumbass can't go to Chicago. Everybody knows Tariq is a drug dealer. All the cops will look at him and Blocker will follow him to Chicago. Ghost, you do got a point. But this is Power Universe, and you know they're going to do some shit that don't make sense. And I see them merging it. So I don't know if Tariq goes to Chicago, but I definitely believe we're going to get a link up. We're going to get some characters about to link back up, y'all, and force. I see it coming. I do see it coming. Oh, Bill says he should have to pay for it, but Tommy the G, and to me personally, is Tom Cruise himself. You know what? I'll give you that. Tommy is the Tom Cruise of the Power Universe. Hey, straight up, man. Straight up. Hold on. I got to get this vinyl off the record real quick. Let's see. My needle was scratching. I couldn't have a needle scratching, man. Speaking of needle scratching, segue. One of my favorite Kanye albums, man. Shout out to the old Kanye West before he lost his mind. But this is 808s and Heartbreaks. What I think this is probably a top 100 album of all time in my book, man. So y'all know I'm gonna share the vinyls with y'all. I gotta share the vinyls with y'all. We keep it lit. As always, man. As always. Let's see. Let's catch up with the comments here. Tommy better be careful. Tariq is a snitch. Yeah, Tariq would dime him just like his daddy. Y'all know Ghost. Ghost had no problem telling on nobody, man. So yeah, he definitely got to watch out. But I don't think they're gonna have Tariq snitch on Tommy. That would be crazy, right? If you want to, if man, Tariq would be. He's already damn near top one, top two hated character. Tariq snitching on Tommy would be the worst thing they could write in. That would be crazy. Coach says, I think it would be dope if Detective Carter gets out and they transfer him to Chicago. He ends up joining Rodriguez crew. See a photo of Tariq with Tommy in Chicago. So man, so y'all got Detective Carter being locked up for an amount of time and then getting out and being on some dirty shit. That would be interesting, man. I think they dropped the ball with Detective Carter's character and his writing, man. I thought he was about to be a real psycho, and it just kind of, again, book two was just rushed. I'm gonna leave it at that. I just think book two was extremely rushed, guys. Jules says, "What if at the end of Ghost Origin, it is narrated by Omari, shows how Ghost faked his death and been pulling strings from behind the scenes? Tariq and Tommy spinoff always shot. Tariq and Tommy spinoff always shot from another perspective." Well, I didn't understand your last part, Jules, but I will touch bases on the first part. Um, I'm really hoping that this beef with Amari and Courtney and 50 is is not a real beef. I hope they are trolling, because that would be dope to see them set something like that up. I just think is I just think it's unlikely, man, because it seemed like these people are really not cool, and they won't be doing business with each other for the foreseeable future. But as I always say, I do not trust entertainers. I don't trust entertainers, so you never know. They could be using this beef as a way to keep the conversation going, only to hit us with a huge reveal, man. DeMarcus, appreciate the $5 donation, man. As always, man. As always. He always get me with the songs, man. So dreams by the game are all falls down. Well, you put that in my chat the other day, and I'm still sticking with All Falls Down. It's such a classic. But both records were produced by Kanye, so they both lit. We know Game is a better rapper, but Yeah, man. That's what I'm gonna go with, DeMarcus. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that super chat, man. Thanks, bro. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. All right, let's see. My bad for the typo. It's all good, Jules. I just appreciate y'all for tapping in. We got 20 people in the chat right now, man. We are discussing everything book 4 and book 2 Ghost and the possible merge between the shows and whether or not Tommy is going to have another superhero season, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Jules says D-Mac, Cash, Lisa Marie spinoffs. I don't want to see them individually. I would like to see them in the same timeline together, right? Like, because if you spin it off too much, man, you'll kind of run out. You have to kind of create a lot of new stories and additional characters to layer them. But if you keep them all together, man, I think there's a way for them to, use multiple subplots with D-Mac and Cash. You got Lisa Marie, Tariq. They all little bit older and in college now. So I think that would be lit, man. I think that'd be lit. My man says, what do you think will happen with Vic and Claudia's characters? I think Vic dies. I think Claudia finds a way to live. But I would like to also see Claudia really get deep in the drug game and somehow be part of that book 2, book 4 merge if they do that. Again, we talking if, y'all. None of this has been confirmed. If y'all got information on whether they confirm this or not, definitely put it in the chat. But I definitely see. I would like to see Claudia's character survive, bro. I love her brilliance. I love how headstrong she is. I just think she's a pretty solid character, man, in the show. Go says, I know Shay was Lobo's butler. Hey, shout out to Lobos, man. Lobos was a wild boy, man. Lobos was wild, man. Lobos was wild, man. So definitely, we're going through the vinyls, y'all. GNX. I had to cop this one, man. Out of Kendrick's albums, it's not one of his best, in my opinion. I would say GNX has about the least amount of replay value. Being from Cali, he do got some Cali bangers that I rock with. But as far as his overall work, is not his best work, in my opinion. But it's a very solid album. Sonically, it's amazing. Songs like Gloria, songs like the one with him and SZA, they just need to go ahead and do a collab, man. So shout out to K Dot, man. Solid album. Not one of his best, but a solid album nonetheless. Jules says an overseas spinoff. You know what? I thought we were gonna get that with the whole Noma situation, man. Now Noma's brother, he did survive, and it looks like him and Tariq might be doing some business together. So we shall see, man. We shall see. Coach says, do you think they will bring light skin Keisha back to the power world? I would hope so, but again, like, is Tariq still in school? Did they graduate? I think that story is still just it's so much left undone on that, y'all. It's so much left undone on that, man. Go says GNX is a solid 7. Absolutely. I would give it a 6 personally. Like, it's probably my least favorite Kendrick album. But it does have, it has about 4 to 5 solid, real good songs. Reincarnated is an absolute banger, man. Let's see what else. Let me go. Do they got the song? They don't have a song list on here, so I can't go off the top. But yeah, I like Reincarnated, Gloria, the Luther song. Those are all fire. Squabble Up is a dope one too, but other than that, man, like I say, the album wasn't that good of an album. It got overhyped because of the beef, and rightfully so. But it's still a good album, man. Shout out to K Dot. Man of the Garden. Yes, that was the other song I was thinking about. Fire. Cedric says K Dot's Good Kid, Mad City is K Dot masterpiece. Absolutely correct, bro. Absolutely correct. I got that in the collection too. Definitely got that. I got Kendrick's whole discography except Section 80. So I'm a big Kendrick fan. That's why I could rightfully say this album is probably one of Kendrick's worst in his compared to his other albums. Jules says, "What if Rock is still alive?" I hope she is. I hope she is. I hope Rock is still alive. Ooh, top five future album, man. Top five future album. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I got number one right here, bro. The Hendrix album. Hey, Hendrix, man. My favorite album, man, by Future, man. This was like his R&B album, y'all. I had to show y'all that one, man. I had to show y'all that. Yeah, I had to show y'all that album, man. I had to show y'all that album. Hezekiah says, "Do you have overly dedicated?" No, I don't have that one, not yet. It's a lot of albums I be having to buy resale, bro. And some of these albums, um, they be going crazy, like 100, 200, $300, man. So a lot of times it's just when I go to a certain record store, certain things that I'm looking for, I try to support the record store. So yeah, man. Y'all know we got to incorporate the music talk. I'm a big music fan. I produce music, I mix, I do it all. I listen to music. So yeah, very dope, very dope. Oh, Bill says, "I wonder at the moment if he knows Tariq got the situation where he at, or just need anybody he could trust type help." You know what? That's very interesting, man. I think they could write it, oh Bill, to where there's off-screen conversation that happened with him and Tariq. But I don't know. That's very interesting, man. You better know it, bruh. You better know it. All eyes on me. You know I got that, bruh. Fire album, as well as the Machiavelli album. Fire album, bro. Timeless records, man. Timeless records. Jules says, "Me too. Like if Junior's Tariq have brother Jamie and Valdez." Well, Junior couldn't be Tariq's half brother because that means Ghost would have had to smash Angela's sister, and I don't think that happened. I think "Sky's the Limit" by Biggie's going to play when Ghost smokes Breeze. Ah, man, that would be crazy, bro. That would be crazy, man. Another album I got to share. RIP Mac Miller. I don't know if I got some Mac Miller fans, but Balloonerism. This was a mixtape, man. Man, we've been waiting for him to release this for a long time, and they finally released it this year. Shout out to Mac Miller and his estate, man. Rest in peace to him. Amazing album. Dope artist, man. We lost a major one there, y'all. Hezekiah, okay, I read that one. Cedric says, "What do you think about To Pimp a Butterfly?" I think it's highly underrated. So To Pimp a Butterfly is actually my favorite Kendrick Lamar album. So if I'm ranking Kendrick Lamar's albums, he got 7 or 8 right now. It's To Pimp a Butterfly, number one. Good Kid, Mad City. I'm going Section 80. Then I'm going Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Um, the EP that he released, like the throwaways from Good Kid, I mean from To Pimp a Pimp a Butterfly with Fire. So all in all, To Pimp a Butterfly is definitely my number one favorite Kendrick Lamar albums. Let's see. The Baby Top 10 actual the Baby Top 10 actual rappers. Ghost, what you saying? Are you saying the Baby is top 10? What you asking right there? And I do like the Baby. Believe it or not, I think dude is fire. People be trashing him because he got the same flow all the time, but everybody got the same flow. Jules says, Kanan going to trick Ghost to kill Breeze when he killed Ghost's father. Yeah, I definitely see some beef happening, y'all, between between Kanan and Breeze. Oh, you saying it's the Baby top 10? No, I wouldn't say the Baby top 10. Um, I don't know where I would put the Baby, but I know sonically I enjoy listening to him, especially his freestyles, bro. He goes so hard. I love his energy. He's mastered that triplet flow to work with his, with his accent and how he do his thing, man. So shout out to the baby, man. I wouldn't call I don't know if I would even have him top 50, maybe top 75. I like the baby though, but I would have to really think about where he would place if I had to rank him. That would be interesting, man. That would be interesting, man. So another vinyl. Starboy, man, Weekend, fire artist, one of my favorite artists as well. This is when I realized Future and the Weekend need to do a collab album, bro. Future and the Weekend, if you watching this, y'all got give us the album, bro. We need to collab, bro. We need a Future and Weekend collab, bro. Um, Flow, Takeoff versus the Baby. Ooh, I would have. I'm okay. I'm gonna go Takeoff, but not by far. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Look what I got, y'all. Y'all see these dudes right here? Bone Thugs and Harmony. That the baby flow, that takeoff flow. These are the guys, man, that I think are the reason rap and R&B have the pockets that they're able to have because they were able to creatively merge dark gangster lyrics with triplet flows, staccatos, speeding in, speeding out. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. These guys are the pioneers of the flows that we love and we enjoy today. So to answer your question, Ghost, I'm gonna go with Takeoff Flow, but it all come from these guys: Crazy, Lazy, Busy, Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. That's where the flows come from, man. DeMarcus, I love what Joey is doing, and shout out to Joey because, in my opinion, he's washed all them niggas. And I'm from Cali, so I'm not even being biased right now. Joey washed everybody, bro. Rayvon did his thing. I get it. He can't. Nothing was trash, but Joey washed every last one of them. I don't know what Daylight was thinking. He got to realize this ain't no battle rap on records versus battling in front of an audience live is totally different, man. But shout out to Joey Badass, man. Y'all definitely run them likes up, man. We keeping it lit in the chat. Y'all know we got to keep we always gonna have the music conversations going, man. But once again, I was just talking about the flows, y'all. When it come to the flows, man, Bone Thugs, y'all. Bone Thugs, man. That's where it all started, man. These guys have some amazing flow pockets. I was telling some artists most recently, man, if y'all want to look for new ways to ride and flow within the beats, go study some old Bone Thug and Harmony songs, bro. I'm telling you, those dudes, they were amazing, man. Go says Denzel Curry or Freddie Gibbs. I'm definitely going Freddie Gibbs, but Denzel is hard AF, bro. Denzel is fire, bro. Shout out to Denzel Curry, man. Shout out to Denzel Curry, man. So y'all know as we wrap it up, I like to go through the vinyls. So another one I got for y'all today, T.I. Classic, the originator, trap music, man. And I don't know if y'all can see, but this joint here is velvet. This a velvet joint, man. One of my favorite records, one of my prize vinyls. Shout out to T.I. I think he is the most underrated rapper in the industry right now. T.I., he just doesn't get enough credit. T.I.'s fire, man. And he's a legend. Shout out to T.I. Cedric said it's the Thuggish Ruggish Bones. Them boys put Cleveland on the map. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They sure did. Jules says Harry Potter reboot. I think they should leave Harry Potter alone. I think if they want to do it, tell new Harry Potter stories, but don't try to do the original. Leave the original where it's at. You feel me? Go says Lil Baby is overrated. Facts, bro. Lil Baby ain't been the same since Gunna got locked up, bro. I tell people that all the time, man. Gunna was a real big reason why that whole YSL, Lil Baby, that whole camp sounded the way they sounded. Whether you like Gunna or not, for what he did in the streets as an artist, bro, Gunna is Again, he's another branch off that Bone Thug tree, that sing-songy, that flow pocket. That's all Bone. These youngsters, they have find a way to reinvent it, bro, and they sound amazing with it, bro. So shout out to Gunna. If I'm going Gunna versus Offset, though, I actually think Offset is a better rapper. I think Gunna sounds better sonically. But if we talking at rapper, if we just saying pure rap, I'm going Offset. Overall, I would go Gunna as far as the sonics of their music. Jason Cash or Simba, man. I'm gonna be biased, man. Simba is where I'm at with it on that. Y'all know I'm from Oakland, man. So Simba is always going, I'm gonna be biased on that. Never Unlocked TV was good with you, homie. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. We just going through the vinyls, man. We had the conversation going about Tommy, book 4, book 2, all doing one big collab, man. And we just chopping it up before I close out, going through some vinyls, man. Yes, sir. Coach Dread, Rubber Band, man. You already know, man. Definitely got to share the collection with y'all. Speaking of which, one of my favorites, man. We never get this. This is the Watch the Throne. Y'all see it. Y'all see it, man. We never get, man, that duo, Kanye West, Jay-Z, they were like Katie and Steph in their prime, bro. It was just beautiful to see. And too bad shit with the way it went with them, man. T Sanders said, you tripping, bro. Gunna better than Offset. I told you sonically, yeah, but as a rapper, Offset is hard, bro. I like Offset, man. Shout out to both Gunna and Offset. And you see, I got the Gunna, album. So I'm definitely a Gunna fan, bro. I'm definitely a Gunna fan. But I think Offset, bro, can out rap Gunna, man. I think Offset can out rap Gunna, man. I really do. I think Offset can out rap Gunna, man. Top 5 NBA all time. Ooh, man, bro. All right, real quick, if I had to go off the top of the head right now, I'm going Kobe, and I'm not saying these players are better than everybody. These are just my personal favorite characters that I enjoy growing up. So I'm going Kobe. I'm going Steph. I'm going LeBron. I'm going KG, Kevin Garnett. Again, this is not a top 5 all time. Who's the best player? These are just my favorites, man. Who's gonna be my number 5, man? If I have to take a big, man, bro, I like Dwight Howard in his prime, bro. Dwight Howard was fire in his prime, bro. Tim Duncan. I don't know, man. Those NBA top 5s are always hard for me, bro, because I enjoy watching so many players, man. Let's see. Never Unlocked said Takeoff was the better one out of the Migos. Definitely, bro. Takeoff was the hardest, man. Long live Takeoff, man. Rest in peace, Takeoff, man. Matter of fact, his album is actually I think I got that album in my cart, man. I can't believe I didn't have that Rocket Man album. Y'all know I got some Migos in the collection. Big Migo fan. Shout out to the Migos, man. Shout out to the Migos, man. But there he is, y'all. Again, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, man, in this off season. As always, I got 2 more records gonna show with y'all here. Shout out to ASAP Rocky. You know, he catting on this new album, but shout out to ASAP. I think that was his best album, the Long Live ASAP album. And then we got my boy, the GOAT, one of the GOAT producers, Pharrell, In My Mind. Amazing album. Shout out to Pharrell, man. Shout out to Pharrell. Let's see, Coach, his 5, AI, Jordan, Jamal Crawford. Yes, sir. Curry Van Exel's all good. See, I like how y'all do the debates, man. It's just really about your favorite players. It's really hard to say one player was better than the other. Cheryl says Kobe, Mike, Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and Pippen. Bet. Okay. All right. Hey, y'all know we do a little bit of everything over here, man. So again, man, I appreciate y'all always for tapping in with your boy, man. Stand down. Let's see. You can't pick Dwight over Shaq. I'm not picking him over Shaq, but I'm saying I enjoyed watching Dwight Howard, bro. Like, I think Shaq was a more dominant player. Don't get me wrong. Shaq was definitely more dominant. But Dwight Howard in his prime, come on, bro. Tell me y'all don't Y'all sleeping on my man Dwight, man. Y'all sleeping on Dwight, bro. Dwight Howard in his prime was a mon. Of course, he wasn't better than Shaq, and he wasn't more dominant, but he was more athletic. The dude could play some defense. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ah, man. Yeah, before Zesty Howard. Hey, look, I ain't talking about what the guy do in his personal life, bro. Hey, it's probably a lot of y'all favorite players that swung both ways and you didn't even know it, and they dominated the football field or the basketball courts. All right, so I'm gonna leave that where it's at. You feel me, Dwight for the streets. Hey, he still was a beast though, y'all. He still was a beast, man. But as always, look, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. As always, man. Hey, y'all real ones, man. Appreciate y'all for staying loyal throughout the off season. I got a video I am dropping. What's today? I'll be dropping it Friday. I still got to do the recording on it, but I will be dropping it Friday. Sneak peek, it's about your boy Proctor, man, and how he could have saved the overall story, man. But other than that, y'all, look, I appreciate y'all for keeping the conversations going, man. Much love to all of y'all. Much love to everybody who donated in the super chat. As always, never be afraid to reinvent yourselves. Look out for that post on Friday, and y'all know next week we'll be right here with a new set of vinyls, chopping it up. All things power, all things music, man. As always, never be afraid to reinvent yourselves, man. We out of here.